Welcome to another episode of Nerf News. I'm your host Drac, and I'm excited to be talking about this. This is the latest spoiler we have. This is the new Rebelle Fearless Fire. Now, it looks to be something that the Rebelle series really hasn't had before. The Rebelle series has had a lot of compact blasters, but it doesn't have anything that I think the average Nerfer would qualify as a primary, and this looks to solve that issue. So immediately, things that we need to notice are, it has a 20 round drum. That's these 20 rounds. It comes with some of the spy rounds. Those don't really do anything for me, so it's got its little UV pin and decoder. Anyway, it also has a flywheel rev up trigger, and then a trigger that should actuate the blaster itself. Now, there's a little bit of debate as to whether or not this is semi or full automatics based on what we've been given in terms of information. So we've been told that it fires 20 darts in about 10 seconds. That sounds pretty semi-automatic to me, but I'll let you be the judge. There doesn't look to be space for any sort of pusher in the back here, so I think that we're going to be actuating Strife style. That said, we're going through not a clip system, but a drum system, which means that this is kind of like the Rebellicade in that it's a Rebelle barricade with twice as many darts. That's really, really cool. I'm digging the Tommy gun style angled foregrip up here, as well as this aggressive suppressor style thing going on in the front. I want to know what's going on over here, but I think it's very safe to say that this is a flywheel blaster. Am I a little bit sick of flywheels? Of course I'm a little bit sick of flywheels, but I don't see us getting any more electronic Springer guns for a little while, as long as the flywheels are selling well and being received very well by the community at large. So here is a lovely young lady firing the Rebelle blaster, or I guess shouldering it. She's not actually firing it, as it is a still photo, but it also gives us a good look at the blaster fully loaded. I really like blasters like this with enough storage like the Ravonics to fire as a primary, but the ability to reload as you're going, which is just very, very interesting. In theory, if you got really good at reloading, you could fire through as you reload, which would be really, really sweet and let you to perpetually fire as long as your offhand has darts in it. Now, this kind of shows you an up-close look at these handles, and if we go back really quick, we can see that this lovely young lady has her entire hand fit on this handle, so I'm not sure how comfortable it's going to be for me, but for the average Nerfer, it should fit very comfortably. We also have a really good look at the stock here. I love the way the Rebelle shell has been building in its stocks. It reminds me a lot of old school crossbows, and in this case the weight will be in the stock. This is our little battery panel here. I'm not entirely sure what kind of batteries this is going to have in it. You're welcome to give it your best guess in the comment section below. I'm thinking 4 of something for a total of 6 volts, but I don't want to say it's going to be double A's necessarily. It could very easily be triple A's, given how slim these Rebelle blasters get in the stock. That said, double A's would make the most sense to me, since both Ravens and Strifes fire off of those, and I think this is going to be very similar. Now, I don't know what else I can say about it. A lot of people are going to be griping about the styling. I think this is going to look very, very awesome with a like steampunk Tommy gun kind of styling. I'll probably do mine up in Fanger Red as soon as I get a review model in for you guys. But that's this episode of Nerf News. This is the Rebelle Fearless Fire. I still want to call it the Rebellicade, or the Rebellicade 20, I guess. But I think that it's a really neat blaster. I'm very excited to see the Rebelle series finally get a primary. I think it's deserved one for quite a while. It certainly sells very well and deserves to have something that can keep up with the in-strike variants. And I think that this is a really interesting kind of blaster. Like I said, it's kind of like a blend of a Ravonics and a Strife in how I would play with it, but I won't know anything about that until I actually get my hands on one and get to sink my teeth into it. Really exciting stuff coming up out of the Rebelle line, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Nerf News. I upload videos as often as I can, usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I've just been throwing videos at you recently, trying to get all of the news and all of the stuff that I've been working on out there. As always, thanks for watching.